I'm here to rock games and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum. You are. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 29 of Between a Rock and a Hard Place. You'll notice I'm by myself this time. No Garth to my Wayne this time. Last episode I had my buddy Matt with me. Had a lot of fun shooting it, had a lot of fun editing it, and I'm glad people had a laugh with it. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. Look forward to it in the future too, having him on my channel. He is actually in Mexico right now, so Matt, if you're watching this, hope you're having a good time, getting some sun, and your pale ass is going to be coming back. Red is something that is red. I didn't think too far ahead. Red is Santa Claus's outfit. That's pretty darn red. So, speaking of people who are elsewhere in the world, I also Skyped with my sister Lauren earlier today. If you remember from a few episodes back, I said she is in France following her dream of being a gourmet chef. And so she is going to be there for another month, and she's been seeing a whole lot of cool things. She told me she saw the Mona Lisa at the Louvre. But one thing, she sent me a bunch of pictures that she didn't want to post on Facebook, but she sent it to me in a private message. But she went to the catacombs under Paris, and you don't know about the catacombs, they're like kilometers underground, like it just goes forever down there, and they have walls made out of human bones and skulls. She sent me pictures. It's pretty friggin' metal. One shot that she sent, I guess somebody vandalized and made like an upside down cross on one of the skulls. I don't know if that's from back in the day, but and then also they have like I said, walls of skulls and leg bones and everything, and they have like hearts and crosses made out of skulls. Just crazy. Apparently the history of it back in the day, they moved a whole bunch of graves, and they moved all the bodies into the catacombs and stuff, and like sort of like use them as building materials. So that's pretty crazy. My sister went there and she was walking in that stuff, taking pictures of all these skeleton bones. Weird. So that's cool. Look forward to seeing her in a month, and she wants to do some gaming too, so hopefully she'll come on the channel here and join me for some sort of video. So what else is going on with me? I worked days last week for the first time in like 4.5 years. I've been working straight afternoons. It's the crappiest thing. I really don't like my shift. Really starting to feel it. And last week it was great that I didn't even ask, but I had been losing sleep obviously because of all the construction noise, and sort of told my boss I was trying to get some time off, and we're kind of short-staffed right now. So instead of me getting the time off, he saw if he could swing me working on days, and what that meant is he had to ask some guys who had more seniority than me if I could go up and work on days, and everyone was okay with that so I could get some sleep because of the construction during the day. So I had a week of working days, and it was awesome to spend the evening with my wife, and it just so happened that it lined up with her birthday on Thursday. Last Thursday was her birthday, and we could have dinner together, and it's just awesome to be able to spend time during the week. Like, we see each other as we come and go during the week, and really the weekends is like our only time together, so it's gonna suck going back to afternoons. But yeah, since it was her birthday, we did a bunch of fun stuff over the weekend. We went to karaoke, did shoot some video, but didn't turn out that well. Not very good lighting, and but it was just a blast. A whole bunch of friends showed up, and we all sang a bunch of songs. I sang Judas Priest song, Victim of Changes, one of my favorites. And yeah. And then we also, the day after, went to a friend's barbecue and got gorfed on some good food. So, had a good time over the weekend, just like busy, seeing lots of friends, and it was just awesome. Also, kind of a thing that my wife got for her birthday, and it's also for Tybalt. Tybalt got a stroller, so my wife can take him for walks, like to the park and stuff. And I have footage of it. Check it out.
Oh my kitties, know the low rider. When boulders, riding a little higher.
Isn't that hilarious? Tybalt just rolling around, acting hard with everybody. So yeah, that's hilarious. We'll be able to take him to the park over the summer, so that's kind of cool. To, you know, I feel bad having our little buddy, our pet cat, stuck inside all the time in this apartment, so it's nice to get him outside, especially right now because they're doing construction on our balconies. We can't get out on our balconies, so taking him out for walks is good. So what else is going on? I actually have tomorrow, which tomorrow for me is when the people that first watch this as it's posted is tomorrow for me. So tomorrow, Monday, June 15th, I will be hanging with my buddy Skitzophrenic, and we are going to be doing some streaming on his channel and hopefully doing some recording for some YouTube vids of his that he has ideas for. So we're just going to fart around and we're going to hopefully do another stream. I did my first stream with him maybe a couple months back now, had a blast, and the people who did tune in said they had a blast watching, so I'm looking forward to it. And so I'm going over to his place tomorrow, which will be June 15th. If you're watching this and it's June 15th, might be streaming right now, go on over to twitch.tv/Mr. Skitzophrenic. That's SKITZOPHRENIC. Mr. Skitzophrenic. So yeah, check out that, because we're going to be having fun. So that's everything that's going on. Have been just busy week, man. Lots to talk about. Now on to what I've been playing, and pretty much what I've been playing for the last couple of weeks is one game, and that's the Cartridge Club Game of the Month for June, Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4.
I happen to have it on PlayStation 2 here, and I have myself a guide to go with it. So I'm taking it slow. I kind of restarted a couple times because I didn't want to miss anything, but it's hard to miss things if you're reading ahead. If I'm not reading too far ahead in this, how I've been playing so far is I've been recording my footage of the gameplay. I've been playing ahead and then going back and then capturing the footage, so like I know where I'm going when I'm recording, so there's not too much pausing and stuff like that. So I'm kind of playing it double, but I'm taking my time enjoying it, and it is the first time that I have played it, and they made a lot of improvements on the original formula of Resident Evil. I have a whole bunch of notes here that I wanted to say. The improvements that I like is it's a lot easier to use the knife. You can knife down your enemies and conserve your ammo really easily in this game, and that's sort of like what I like to do. I kind of stockpile stuff unnecessarily. Also, they done away with the whole ribbons thing, that you can only save a certain number of times. That was always sort of BS, and you sort of had to be really diligent with how often you saved. And another improvement I really liked is the shop system, which is maybe a bit of a stretch. You know, things are in turmoil over there in this Eastern European village, and there's some seller guy selling stuff amidst all that stuff, so okay, but it's pretty cool that you can just like buy stuff or sell stuff, and you're never really devoid of stuff. You can get ammo, you can get health if you need, and weapons, and you can actually improve your weapons as well, so I like that. I found that the aiming takes a little getting used to, and you know, that's because it's hard to line up the laser sometimes when you're in high action moments, so you waste a little bit of ammo. I actually wish that the aiming was a bit like Eternal Darkness, and that you could select a certain part of your enemy to fire at. That would have been cool, but I see where they're trying to go with a bit more control than the original Resident Evil, because you didn't really have that much control. You could shoot up and forward and down, and that was pretty much it. So this is an improvement, but I wish that they made it a little better. The boss fights are neato. I actually have that written down here. Are neato. I'm enjoying the boss fights as I come across them. They're pretty epic, but they're not too difficult. I don't find I'm dying too often. It's pretty forgiving with health and stuff like that. And I'm really enjoying that there's different ways you can play this game. You can kind of take it easy, try to be slow, or you can sort of run through stuff. There's different strategies for when there's enemies coming at you from all over. You can like run up to this building and run upstairs, blockade yourself in, or you can run over to this building, jump up onto the roof and kick down a ladder, and it's just a whole bunch of cool strategies, and you don't have to play the same way every time. Resident Evil 3 did a little bit of that, but this one does it a little bit better, that there's more things you can do in certain situations. So that's what I've been playing, is the Cartridge Club Game of the Month, Resident Evil 4. If you have not played along with the Cartridge Club yet, go on over to the Cartridge Club forums at cartridgebros.ca, and you'll find your way, if you go down to the link in the description below me, people, you'll find all sorts of cool links of stuff that I'm talking about. As always, whenever I mention anything, I try to put the link down below, so please check out the forum, join in, play Resident Evil 4, and, join the club, the Cartridge Club. I will be on the podcast at the end of the month, along with Curtis from GirlfriendVS and Burton from AndThenSheGames.com, so I'm looking forward to hanging with my Cartridge Bros, P1 and P2, and those two cool people. So look forward to that, folks. Now on to some more segments of the show. The Word of the Week! The word of the week this week is ambrosia.
Ambrosia. Ambrosia.
Ambrosia is the food of the gods, or the nectar of the gods. It's something that's delicious to taste or smell, and it's a very godly thing to consume. One thing that's my ambrosia is Tim Hortons coffee. I gotta have it. I'm sure there's a lot of Canadians out there that feel the same way. But I just love the word ambrosia. I use it far more than I should, and so you can use it now too, that I have told you about it if you didn't already know. So that is the word of the week. Now on to the next segment, the YouTube shout out of the week. The YouTube shout out of the week this week is MJ from the Undead TV. I've actually met MJ a few times at a few different conventions. We met at the Con Bravo that I met the Angry Video Game Nerd and signed my tattoo. MJ was actually there, and I ran into him at the Waterloo Video Game Swap Meet, and he totally remembered me, and so we were chit-chatting ever since we run into each other at conventions. He does a lot of cool things on his channel. First off, like I mentioned, conventions. He does great coverage of the Waterloo Video Game Swap Meet. He just uploaded a video of that, which I appear in, as well as Adam from Replayability appears in that video. But he also does, he went to Anime North and has footage of that. And he's also got a lot of great upbeat game reviews. He just did a Splatoon review, and he's just really positive guy. I love running into you, MJ, and you got a good channel going. I like the stuff that you put together. It's real high quality stuff, so go on over to the Undead TV, folks, and give him a sub, give him a like, tell him JRock sent you, and just all around cool dude. Real pro equipment, and he's got his little setup at Waterloo, like by the door, getting people's impressions, so awesome dude. Check out the Undead TV. Now it's time to end this episode with a question for the viewers, and nothing really special, but I want to know what you guys got planned for this summer. It's summertime, and I want to know, do you have a trip planned or something? I know a lot of people are going away, like I mentioned, and are you going to any cool events? That's what I want to know. What are you doing this summer? So you just let me know below what you're doing this summer, just because I'm curious. I want to know more about you. I'm compiling a thought. So what? Well, this has been another episode of Between a Rock and a Hard Place. Thank you for coming by.
This is P1 and P2, and keep on rocking them games. What are you doing?
It only took them one try. How long did it take Matt to figure it out?
It's Matt Fox from One Up Games. It's Matt Fox from One Up Games. Keep on rocking them games. It's Matt Fox from One Up Games. Keep on rocking those games. Matt Fox from One Up Games.
No, but you have to say I am.
I am. I am Matt Fox from One Up Games. Keep on rocking them games. Is that better?
Okay, just try to do it one time without fucking up. Good job, Cartridge Bros.
This is P1 and P2, and keep on rocking them games.
Thanks for stopping by between a rock and a hard place, my little pebbles. If you missed last week's episode, click the link at the top left to check out that video. And also, don't forget to check out my YouTube Shot of the Week, MJ, at the Undead TV. He does great game reviews as well as awesome convention and swap meet coverage. Make sure to go by and give him a sub. And a special GameRocker thanks to the NESROMANCER for the rockin' tunage we get to groove on.
Run for your life! I'll cover you!
Okay, just try to do it one time without fucking up.